the Enforcement Directorate, after inquiring about the Bihar FIR, has now registered a case under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. This is a case of Sushant Singh Rajput. They've taken cognizance, as we just told you, of the Bihar Police FIR. ED has initiated the money laundering probe in the Sushant Singh Rajput case. Arvind Gunasekar now joins us with all the latest. Arvind, do we know the exact details? What charges have been pressed? What exactly is the ED planning to probe?
Sanket, the Enforcement Directorate has now registered ECIR, that is an equivalent to an FIR. The enforcement case information report has been registered by the headquarters branch of the Enforcement Directorate, and this particular case has been registered based on the FIR that was registered by the Bihar Police. In fact, like we have been reporting, though the Maharashtra Police is yet to file an FIR in this particular case, the Bihar Police, based on the complaint from the Sushant Singh's father's complaint, the Bihar Police had registered an FIR. In that FIR, they had invoked 8 sections, out of which 2 sections, including 420, that is cheating, and also 120B, that is criminal conspiracy. Both these sections are scheduled offence under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So, taking cognizance of the Bihar Police FIR, now the Enforcement Directorate has initiated the money laundering probe into this particular case. When we spoke to some of the officials in the Enforcement Directorate, what they are pointing to is that though the question regarding the jurisdiction of Bihar Police is still unsettled, but because the FIR still stands as on date, so taking cognizance of that particular FIR, they have initiated this investigation, that is the money laundering investigation. They'll be looking into the allegation from the family side that around 15 crore rupees have been transacted. There is a suspicious transaction of worth 15 crore rupees from the bank account of Sushant Singh Rajput. So that particular angle will be investigated by the Enforcement Directorate.
Okay, I have a couple of questions more for you, Arvind. Question number 1. Are we to assume that this case from the originally filed with the Bihar Police has now been transferred to the Enforcement Directorate, or is this a simultaneous probe on the same charges being done by the ED as well as the Bihar Police?
Sanket, this particular probe by the Enforcement Directorate is only limited to the money laundering allegation. So the probe, the criminal probe, including all other sections, including 420, that is cheating, and also criminal conspiracy, abetment to suicide, everything will be probed by the Bihar Police. But the Enforcement Directorate, taking cognizance of that particular FIR, they have just initiated a probe to look into the money laundering angle. So both the probe will be carried out simultaneously, one by Bihar Police and second one by Enforcement Directorate.
Okay, and then the next most important question. Now officially we have 3 agencies that are carrying out their probe under various sections, under various provisions as far as the Sushant Singh Rajput death is concerned. You've got a Maharashtra Police which is yet to register an FIR. They are carrying out what can be called an inquest proceeding or an accidental death probe. Then you've got the Bihar Police, and now you've got the Enforcement Directorate. Can you think of any other probe where you have such a tripartite or 3 agency probe happening simultaneously with totally different sections being probed?
Keeping Enforcement Directorate probe aside, because that's not a standalone probe, that is a second part of the probe based on the criminal case that has been registered. But coming to the point, both Maharashtra and also Bihar investigating same case, this is the first time in the history. But you can speak to any criminal lawyer, you can speak to any agency officials, including CBI or even NIA or even to any IPS officer, even they are puzzled, because for a same crime, there cannot be 2 FIR. No 2 agencies can probe the same FIR or the same crime. Though Maharashtra Police is just looking into, they have just initiated inquest proceedings under section 174 of CRPC. That's a procedure to see, to inquire about any suicide case. Though the Maharashtra Police is yet to register an FIR, now the Bihar Police has gone ahead and they have registered an FIR. That's where some of the legal minds are actually differing, because saying that Bihar does not have a jurisdiction in this particular case, because the alleged crime, even if there is a foul play in the death of Sushant Singh, that particular alleged crime happened in Bihar, happened in Maharashtra, whereas Bihar does not have jurisdiction. Again, this is the first time where we are seeing for the same crime two state police agencies, one Maharashtra Police and also Bihar Police, both the agencies are probing.
No, but then you speak to, one last question, Arvind, you speak to people, lawyers from the Bihar Police, and they're going to in fact, advocate their case very strongly and firmly, even in the Supreme Court, with top lawyers like Mukul Rohatgi representing them. And then you've got a Maharashtra government. Now Bihar government says that Maharashtra is not helping us in the process of probing. In fact, they're creating hurdles. Don't you think that an issue of jurisdiction will come into play and perhaps hamper the investigation more than knowing the truth?
Exactly. That's what Supreme Court will be settling when this particular case that has been filed by Riya, another person of interest in this particular case, because she had moved the Supreme Court asking for the probe that the FIR that has been registered in Bihar to be transferred to Maharashtra. So when this particular matter comes up before the Supreme Court has to settle on this jurisdiction issue. Two very important questions before Supreme Court. Can there be two separate agencies probing the same case, probing the same FIR? That is number one. Second is whether Bihar has jurisdiction in this particular case. So if Supreme Court settles that particular matter, then there would be a clear answer for this matter. In fact, some of the legal minds, even some connected to this particular case, including some officers from Bihar, what they are saying is that it would be prudent if the Supreme Court transfer this particular case to the CBI, because unless or until, even if Bihar government transfer this case to CBI, unless or until Maharashtra government gives a territorial jurisdiction consent, even CBI cannot do anything. So if Supreme Court or High Court transfer this matter to the CBI, then it would be easy, because both Maharashtra and also Bihar can settle, saying that now the matter is before now the matter is with the CBI. But again, coming to your point, Bihar still argues that they do have a jurisdiction because the family who have filed the complaint are very much in Bihar. And this particular crime does not, the territorial jurisdiction does not limit to Maharashtra. It has an interstate ramification also. So that's the argument of Bihar. But whereas Maharashtra is very clear, this particular allegation, even if there is a foul play, that crime, that alleged crime has happened in Maharashtra, whereas Bihar does not have any role in it.
Well, who would have thought that from allegations of nepotism to a whole new legal conundrum, this case is going to unfold in this way. Thank you very much, Arvind Gunasekar, for getting us all the details, important details that one needs to know about the complications that has come about in this particular case.